Good morning, everyone. Very stupid o'clock. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, formerly BRI. But before we go into where we left off yesterday, a few of the usual disclaimers and some real life stuff. Alright, so what's going on right now? Well, y'all know I'm on the quote unquote progressive plan with work. Now, the boss during last meeting with me has suggested that I speak with our talent management team in regards to the difficulties that I have in regards to job performance with having autism. So I put in a ticket, and I hope I get to speak with them today because it's going to run along the lines a little something like this. You all put the sword of Damocles over my neck. There's the threat of termination looming over my head, and I'm in a situation right now where I have to be working from home. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I am under nothing but constant pressure all the time, which heightens my paranoia and my anxiety and does a number on my mental health. Why? Autistics, we have circular thinking, folks, especially when we have something like that hanging over our heads. And I promise you, if you're in a sales job and you have that going on in your head 24/7, yeah, you're not going to be giving them the performance that they're trying to push for with this whole concept of a progression plan. So, yeah, hopefully I get to talk to somebody today other than ranting at you guys. Alright, now for the other disclaimers. You are going to see the link to this report right there in the description box alongside the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, the templates. Folks, sign your name, click on your senator, take a look at the other templates offered. There are quite a few out right now. And also the ever-present and self-explanatory Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. Now, folks, when we talk about the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of peoples with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones, all right? And also, please forgive the outdated verbiage, all right? This is not my verbiage. It was 1982. What can I say? Also, folks, it is 3:18 a.m. stupid o'clock a.m. in the morning. I am a bag of nerves, anxiety, and extreme paranoia. I have not had my second cup of coffee yet. And yeah, we have a performance review to go along with that progression plan, like in the middle of the afternoon. So I have all freaking day just to sit there and stew and sit there paranoid, wondering, are they going to fire me today? They're going to fire me today? They're going to fire me today? So if I stumble over my words, folks, or stare off into the space, please, my apologies in advance, all right? Okay, so we're going to where we left off yesterday. Respondent has violated Section 80431 as follows. On occasion during the period of May through December 1980, and on unknown occasions before and after that period, Respondent instructed its staff not to talk to parents of the residents of BRI. Wow. On or about July 18th, 1980, Respondent refused to allow students' parents and their counselor to look at students' records. Really? Really? You're not going to let their legal guardian look at their records? On or about July 18th, 1980, students' records were removed from the facility and made inaccessible to his parents, the placement agency, and the community care licensing evaluators. Wow. On occasion during the period from September to 1980 through February 1981, and on unknown occasions before and after that period, respondent instructed its staff to discontinue the administration of adversive therapy, to put away restraints in water squirt bottles, and to remove bruised residents from view if relatives or other visitors came to the facility. You can't have them finding out what y'all are really up to, can you? Anybody want to think that that has changed? Look at Jennifer's Masamba's story. On occasion during the period from September through December 1980, non unknown occasions before and after that period, respondent instructed its employees to administer pinches and spanks to the buttocks, inner arms, inner thigh, and or soles of the feet, and to dress residents in long pants and long sleeve shirts to prevent relatives and other visitors from seeing the bruises and abrasions resulting from pinches and spanks. Here's my question. If you all have nothing to fear, and you think this is a last resort and this is what the students need, why do you feel the need to cover it up? Why won't you let the parents see? I mean, you're so proud of your behavior modification program. You're so proud it's the only thing that works, right? Yeah. On or about September the 17th, 1980, respondent informed Mr. and Mrs. Blank that if their son was to remain in BRI, Mr. and Mrs. Blank would be prohibited from visiting Blank for 3 months. Oh, don't want the parents knowing what's going on, do ya? On or about September 17th, 1980, respondent informed Mr. and Mrs. Blank that any inquiries they had about their son had to be made to Blank between 4 and 5 p.m. on weekdays. Really? Is that a fact now? Section 80407 provides in relevant part facilities providing meals. Where meals are served, the total daily diet shall be of quality and in quantity necessary to meet the needs of the residents and shall meet the recommended dietary allowances of the Food and Nutrition Board of National Research Council, adjusted to age, activity, and environment of the group involved. All food shall be stored, prepared, and served in a safe and healthy manner. The following should apply. Where total food service is provided, arrangements shall be made so that each resident has available at least 3 meals per day. Nourishment or snacks shall be provided to all persons as needed. Meals on premises shall be served in a designated dining area suitable for the purpose, and residents encouraged to have meals with other residents. Procedures which protect the safety, acceptability, and nutritive value of food shall be observed in food storage, preparation, and service. All persons involved in food preparation and service shall observe personal hygiene and food service sanitation practices which protect food from contamination. If residents participate in food preparation and service as part of their planned program, they shall comply with the same policies and procedures as those required of the food service employees. There shall be one or more dining rooms or similar areas suitable for serving persons at a meal service, and shifts where appropriate. The dining areas shall be convenient to the kitchen so that food may be served quickly and easily, and shall be attractive and promote socialization among the diners. Yeah, it kind of blanks out there. And other toxic substances shall not be stored in a food storeroom, kitchen areas, or where kitchen equipment or utensils are stored. Soaps, detergents, cleaning compounds, or similar substances shall be stored in an area separate from food supplies and protected from small children and others for whom they pose a potential hazard. Supplies of staple foods for a minimum of 1 week and perishable foods for a minimum of 2 days shall be maintained on the premises. All kitchen areas shall be kept clean, free of litter and rubbish and vermin and insects. Tableware at tables, dishes, utensils shall be used which make the serving of the food attractive and inviting. Respondent has violated 80407 as follows. On numerous occasions, respondent has denied its residents 3 meals a day. These occasions include, but are not limited to, the following. On one day in June or July 1981, student did not receive breakfast or lunch. On one day in June or July 1981, student did not receive dinner. On June 9th, 1981, student received no dinner. On June 9th, 1981, student received no breakfast. On or about February the 27th, 1981, student did not receive breakfast, lunch, or dinner. He received no food for 21 hours. F. In or about February 1981, student was deprived of meals up to 3 times a week. On or about November the 5th, 1980, student did not receive breakfast. H. On occasion during the period from September through December 1980, student would receive only lettuce with mayonnaise 3 times a day and a glass of milk with protein powder. On other occasions during the same period, the protein powder would be sprinkled on the lettuce. 2. During the months of December 1979 and January 1980, and on unknown occasions after those months, respondent denied student a night meal, causing him to lose weight. On numerous occasions during the period from September through December 1980, respondent fed student by placing his plate of food on the ground in the backyard. Student would generally not be given eating utensils, would have to eat while his arms were restrained at his sides. 4. On occasion during the period from September through December 1980, for an unknown period of time after those months, respondent attempted to and did make students' meals unappetizing as a form of punishment. On numerous occasions from 1979 to the present, respondent has used many meals as a form of behavior modification. When meals were broken into small bits to be earned by behavior, the food, particularly French toast, cold cereal, and fried eggs, would be cold, rubbery, unappetizing, and unacceptable. When meals were broken into small bits to be earned by behavior, the residents frequently did not receive sufficient food. Many residents, including but not limited to blank, 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 and blank, lost weight. On occasion during the period of September through December 1980, and on unknown occasions before and after that period, respondent did not have sufficient supplies of staple foods to last 1 week or perishable foods for a minimum of 2 days. In or about November 1980, there were numerous ants in the kitchen at BRI. On or about June 5, 1981, respondent had soaps, detergents, and cleaning compounds stored in areas near food and accessible to residents. On or about June 5, 1981, respondents allowed a resident to transfer a cleaning liquid from one bottle to another directly over food being prepared for breakfast. Health and Safety Code Section 1533 provides that any duly authorized officer, employee, or agent of the State Department may, upon presentation of proper identification, enter and inspect any place providing personal care, supervision, and services at any time, with or without advance notice, to secure compliance with or to prevent violation of any provision of this chapter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into that part tomorrow, but this one was particularly loaded. So this whole thing of starving people and making people earn their food bit by bit, if that sounds very familiar to you, well, it should, because that was all the exact same findings from the 2006 report that was done by the New York State Department, their Department of Special Education. All this stuff that they're talking about in 1982, we have proof, at the very least, was still going on in 2006. So, has anything really changed? No. They're still starving those kids, folks. They are still forcing them to go without meals. We only need to look at Jennifer Masamba's account and her corroborative paperwork to back that up. So again, they deprive them of sleep, they starve them, they traumatize them with their bizarre BRI, freaking weird behavioral lessons, whatever the hell they're called. And let's see here, what else do they do? Oh yeah, they shock them at just below the lethal limit. I don't care how severe you are, nobody deserves treatment like that. And the fact that this report from 1982 and this report from 2006 to the most recent ongoing investigations happening now in 2022, and the fact that they all look the same, should speak volumes. It also should speak volumes that to this day, there has been no federal investigation into this place. And why the hell the DC Circuit Court, who had all the same information that we have at their fingertips, would rule on their behalf? It has to make you wonder, doesn't it? It has to make you wonder. All right, and on that disturbing note, we're going to go ahead and close out for this morning. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So folks, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.